Okay, the Secretary of the Association is the Secretary of the meeting. I'd like to do a roll call of the officers. Nancy Feenan, President River Shores. Harold Willard, Vice President.
Craig Eskenazi, Treasurer.
Doris B.
Representing Harris. And
Rick Sykes.
thank you. Okay, there is a quorum present, and there is a quorum present. And what the next, we'll have present the minutes from the last meeting. And if there are no objections, we will not read them. You want me to read them all? Do you have objections? Do you have an objection?
I don't have.
There being no objections, the minutes will be filed. There is a affidavit of notice of mailing to the unit owners, and also the posting of the meeting has to be filed with the minutes by law. Okay, so the next order of business is the discussion of the 2000 budget, and we're going to ask Craig for a brief treasurer's report, and then we'll have a brief discussion of the budget and take some questions.
The balance outstanding of today is $500. All bills have been paid to date with no outstanding balances. Accounts have been opened as the insurance trust and account River Shores and Middle River Club documents. And for when the financial statements have been prepared, an accounting will be included of how the insurance funds will be dispersed. That's it. Anything else?
That's all. Is that do you have a copy of the budget? Do you have any questions with regard to the budget?
I don't see anything right off there.
I was explaining to the board, and I'll remind you that in the last 2 years, when we had to have those when River Shores had to have very expensive audits for the $7,000 each year, auditors told us that we needed to prepare our Middle River Club budget, demonstrating a revenue or a reserve as well, because that was the proper way to do it. And now we're not going to. I mean, we've never had reserves here, but that was the proper way to present it. So we had to ask our accountants to. And so since then, we have been doing it in that manner. So when you got your mailing, you saw the reserves of Middle River Club. That's only, that's I would say a figment of the imagination, but it really isn't. But that would be what it would be. Those would be the figures if we had a reserve, which we. So, does anyone else, do you have any questions about the budget? Anyone here on the board? Does anyone have any questions from the, I'd like to open it to the audience for a little bit. Does anyone have any questions with regard to the budget for next year? Okay.
Craig, you want me to say something?
Nothing to say.
Nothing.
Okay, you have it being the case that no one has questions and there's no discussion, I'd like someone to make a motion to pass the Middle River Club budget.
I'll make a motion to pass the budget.
Okay. Okay, so I don't have a roll call, please. I'll say Nancy Feenan, yes. Rick?
Here.
Doris B. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Harold Willard?
Yes.
And Craig?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Very good. Now, the next order of business is very simple. As I said, we have this club is not the same because of the 3 entities that make up the club. The state doesn't look at it as specifically a condominium. They claim from time to time, and I have to call them, well, it's a gray area. So in that respect, this board can pass the, say we would like to have a vote, we'd like someone to make a motion that we're not going to have reserves in our club. We have never had them historically, and we don't wish to establish them. So, okay, and could someone
I'll second that.
Okay.
For the Middle River Club, right?
Right, Middle River Club. Now, when you have your meetings, your own meetings, okay, so you need to pass that. You mention it in your minutes that that you turn no reserves for the Middle River Club. There's no other old business or new business. We passed the budget. Excuse me. Oh, we did. Oh, I'm sorry. We all say. I said yes. Did you say? Let's make a roll call. I'm very sorry. Pardon me. A roll call for the voted against the reserves. Yeah.
Right, yes.
Rick. Okay.
Yeah.
Doris and I. Okay. You said yes. Okay, that was unanimous. Okay, there's no further new business. This is very short, brief and to the point. There's no old business or new business, and if we have a motion to adjourn,
Second.
okay? Then we can adjourn this meeting, and then the next meeting we're having is the 8 o'clock meeting for River Shores. No, you don't, no. Thank you.